So I now put my aspiration tube into my 10 ppm solution and press accept. Once again it says flushing chamber, and coming back to these two icons, the first one is a graphical representation of the value of the reading, and the second one is a representation of the noise within the system. So ideally you want the first one as being a straight horizontal line and the second one as being a single dot, meaning that there is very little noise within the system. That is now taking its reading and will be finished in just a moment. There we are, that's the first reading taken. I will now put it into the 100 ppm solution and say I'm using 100 ppm, press accept, go through exactly the same sequence of flushing the chamber and taking the reading. Once again you can see the icon where it's rising and going to a flat level to indicate that we have a nice reading. It's now determined that the reading is stable and is taking the reading that it needs for calibration. So that's that calibration complete. I can now wipe the aspiration tube and put it back into DI water so that it will flush the chamber. At this point I could go and view the calibration that I've just done, but instead I'm going to continue and calibrate the other two ions that I want to do. The second one is sodium, which I can select either by using the scroll key or by pressing 2. Once again I want a multi-point calibration, which is 2, and I want 2 points. It's asking me to aspirate the blank, which I'm already doing, so I can press blank and clean the chamber and take the reading for the blank for the K calibration. Whilst it's doing that, I will once again select the samples that I'm going to be calibrating with. That has now determined that the system is stable and is taking the reading for the blank. Wipe the tube taking it out of the blank and put it into my first sample. This is going to be 10 ppm of potassium. Press accept and press accept to start the process. Once again it's flushing the chamber. We've got a graph on the left hand side which shows us the signal is rising and is now going to a flat level. That has now taken the reading for 10 ppm. I can move my aspiration tube into my 100 ppm sample, tell the machine that it's at 100 ppm and begin the process again. Once again a nice flat line and a single dot, meaning that we haven't got any noise in the system. It is now taking the reading that it requires for the 100 ppm solution. Finally, clean the aspiration tube and put it back into the deionized water so that it will flush the chamber completely before we do another calibration. Lastly, I'm going to calibrate lithium. So it is exactly the same process. Select 1 for calibrate ion, select 3 for lithium, 2 for multi-point, 2 for the number of points, and start aspiration of the blank. The system allows a period of time to flush the chamber and let the reading stabilise before it takes the reading that it requires for the calibration. The system itself will determine when it's ready to take the reading. There is nothing you need to do.